Ahoy and welcome! So today we're going to talk about the Jedi. It turns out the process of becoming a Master Jedi is very similar to the process of becoming a profitable trader. And I don't think there could be a better trading coach ever than Yoda himself. So today I'm going to break down a bunch of quotes from Yoda and how you can apply them to your trading. Stick around till the end of the video because there is a lot of powerful insights in what I'm about to share. So the first two quotes from Yoda play on the same idea. Fear of loss is a path to the dark side. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Fear is the most potent emotion in the market. Fear controls it on both ends. On the way up, it's the fear of missing out, and on the way down, it's the fear of losing money. What's going on is your subconscious brain is trying to protect your conscious brain from feeling pain. On the way up, the reason that your subconscious is saying jump in the trade, is because it doesn't want you to feel the pain of being wrong and missing the chance to make money on the way up. And on the way down, it's telling you to get out of the trade because it doesn't want you to feel the pain of losing the money. It's one of the reasons why so many traders struggle with letting losers run, but then taking profits very quickly, which of course is the opposite of what you want to do. But the reason that's happening is because as soon as you're in a winning trade and you're making profits, your subconscious wants your brain to take those profits quickly so that you get that positive feeling of winning. Whereas if a trade goes against you, your subconscious brain wants you to wait as long as you possibly can before you exit the trade at a loss, because it knows when you do that, you will feel the pain of losing that money. So the fear that we experience when we trade is just our subconscious brain trying to help our conscious brain avoid pain. If you can learn to overcome that, you will have a huge edge in your trading. Do or do not. There is no try. One key thing, particularly if you're a day trader, if you trade over a shorter time frame, is that you have to learn to enter a trade the second it presents itself. The moment that you see an opportunity, a good entry for a trade with a stop that is an acceptable amount of risk, you have to just enter the trade without hesitation or reservation. And if you don't, if let's say the market's pushing higher and it's getting itself overbought, and so you're waiting for the pullback and the pullback comes, you see the market finding support, you think I should enter here with this stop, that'd be a great trade, I should take it, but then you don't take it, let that go. You have to immediately let go of a missed opportunity. If the market turns around and starts trading higher and you're sitting there feeling bad about, oh man, I should have got into that trade, I missed it, I saw it and I didn't get in it, you are wasting mental energy and you are wasting the next opportunity. You will miss out on the next potential entry because you're too busy feeling bad about missing the last one. So do or do not, there is no try and there is no worrying once you take action or don't take action. If you enter the trade and it goes against you and fills at your stop, let it go. It was a good entry, you accepted the risk, look for the next trade. Don't let the past trades affect the future trades. Many of the truths that we cling to depend on our point of view. This one is all about confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is this thing that your mind does, where when you have a belief, when you think you are certain of something, your mind will ignore conflicting information. It's very common with traders, where you'll be bullish on the market, you'll be certain the market's going to go higher, and then you'll be getting technical signals. The RSI will be oversold or the ticks will be oversold. You'll be getting signals from the market that you're wrong, but your brain will literally ignore them. It will literally not see those things. Your eyes will pass right by it and not notice it, or you'll see it and you'll come up with an internal dialogue as to why that's wrong, right? You'll say to yourself, yeah, RSI's oversold here, but I still think we could push a little bit further. That's confirmation bias. And the only way to overcome confirmation bias is to think in probabilities. Don't have certainty that you're right. Even if every signal you're looking at is telling you the market's going to go higher, always in your mind be open to the idea that you could be wrong and the market could pull back. And if it was going to do that, what would that look like? What are the signals you would see that would tell you that you're wrong? If you always think in probabilities like that, and you're always thinking, I'm probably right, the market's probably going to go higher, but it might not, you'll be open to signals that you're wrong. And that's really the only way to overcome confirmation bias. The greatest teacher, failure is. The best traders on earth lose money. Every trader loses money. Every trader is wrong sometimes. The markets are random. I don't care how smart you are or how good you are at reading the markets are random. You will be wrong sometimes. And so accepting that failure accepting that sometimes I'm going to enter a trade, and even if every signal is telling me that I'm right, even if it's a perfect entry with amazing risk reward, it still might go against me. And then when it does go against you, accepting that that's okay, that the markets are random and that it's okay for you to be wrong, allows you to learn from those mistakes. You can then ask yourself, well, wait a second, why was I wrong? Why did the market go against me? What signal could I have seen to recognize that this was going to happen? If you're going to develop your skills as a trader, it is pivotal that you are open to the idea of being wrong so that you can learn from those mistakes. Think of failure as an opportunity to learn and hone your skills. The next quote is very similar. If no mistake you have made, losing you are, a different game you should play. So on the surface, this one seems like a giant contradiction. Any trading coach would tell you if you have a winning strategy, keep doing that thing. But this is more talking about the idea of developing over a career as a trader. If you ever want to be able to size up and make more money than you're currently making, you have to be willing to try new things. You have to be willing to take risks and expand on your current system. So that might be sizing up, that might be diversifying your strategies, it might be looking into different markets or indices or whatever the case may be. And if you're not willing to risk and try new things, if you only ever do the same thing over and over every day, even if it's profitable, what you're doing is you're leaving money on the table that you could be making if you were willing to expand your skill set. So of course, if you've got a system that works, stick to it, but always be open to adding to and developing your system to see if you can continue over the years to make more and more money. Adventure, excitement. A Jedi craves not these things. Obviously, trading should be fun. You should enjoy what you're doing. Trading shouldn't be boring by any means. But if you have a system that requires you to have like a massive adrenaline rush every single day, if you're putting on so much risk that the moment you enter a trade, you just like grip down and hope it's going to work out, even if you're making money in the short term, you won't be able to do that throughout an entire career. It will be too exhausting on your body. Eventually, your brain will start making trading harder for you because it wants to avoid that constant stress cycle. So the best system that you can develop for yourself if you're going to trade for many years is one that you can just very calmly and patiently enter trades, take profits, have your stop fill, and not have like an emotional roller coaster going on all the time. That's how you become consistent, is by making it should still be fun, you should still enjoy winning money, but it just isn't the like emotional roller coaster. You must unlearn what you have learned. This one plays to the idea of developing a system, right? A lot of traders, they'll learn to read candlesticks or they'll learn to read whatever, technical analysis tool they look at, and they'll never really reach profitability with it. And then what happens is they don't want to let it go. They don't want to stop looking at that thing, even if it's never worked for them. If you look for MACD and RSI crossovers or divergences or whatever the case may be, and you try and you try and you try, that system might work for other traders, but it doesn't work for you. So stop looking at MACD, stop looking at RSI, find another system that does work for you, and that will only happen if you can let go of the past ideas that you've had about the market. Another thing I find that this plays to a lot is people have this idea that they can make trades in the market based on fundamentals, based on what's going on with the news and so on and so forth. And there are people that can do that and make a lot of money doing it. But it's a really, really hard way to trade. For most people, they'll be better off trading off of technical analysis rather than fundamental. So if you're trying to trade off of fundamental for years and years and years and you're not making profits, at some point you have to say, I'm going to let go of looking at the markets in that fundamental way and just focus on the technical. That's how you will find your way to profitability. So great piece of advice from Yoda there. Named your fear must be, before banish it you can. This one has to do with keeping a trading journal. It's really, really pivotal that you keep a trading journal throughout your entire career. Particularly in the beginning when you're developing your system before you become profitable, you want to keep an extremely detailed trading journal. Not just where you entered and where you exited, why did you get into the trade? What was the setup? And also what was happening with you psychologically? Were you tired or were you fully energized? Were you focused or were you distracted? Did you just have a losing trade beforehand? All of these types of things can give you tools to develop a system that's right for you. But you can never do that if you don't track it, if you don't keep track. So for example, you might find that if you have a really bad losing trade, that the next couple of trades you lose as well. And so if you track it and you see on paper day after day, when I have a really bad loser, I often have a couple of small losers after that, you can create a system. You can say, all right, when I have a really bad loser, I'm done for 2 hours. I stop trading, I walk away from the markets, and I come back fresh. Every trader has to create a system that's right for them. The only way to do that is to have a detailed trading journal so that you can analyze what does and doesn't work for you. Control, control. You must learn control. Hands down, the number one most important thing for every trader to learn is self-control. Being able to manage your mind, being able to manage your psychology, your emotions, the reasons you get into trades, the types of opportunities you look for, having the patience to wait for the right trade and not chase it. All of these type of things, they all play into self-control, and self-control is the key to success as a trader. If you're just throwing money at random guesses, it feels like the market's going to go up, I'm going to go long, you will lose. The market will take your money. The only way you can beat the market is if you learn to have complete control over your own psychology and your own system for entering trades. Control, control. You must learn control. And that's a perfect segue to our final quote. Patience you must have, my young Padawan. If coaching has taught me anything about trading, is that learning patience is a deal breaker. Some people are naturally patient, it just comes naturally to them, but even if it doesn't, you can learn to be patient. And the thing that will separate the likelihood of you being successful as a trader or not is if you can learn to be patient. Some people just can't learn patience. They'll never be successful as a trader. You need patience in every part of the process. You need patience in learning to trade, learning to read the market. You need patience in developing a system that is profitable for you. And above and beyond all else, you need patience in your entries. You have to be like a sniper who just sits and waits for that one perfect opportunity to take a shot. Like a surfer that's just floating out in the ocean, waiting for that one perfect wave. No matter what kind of trader you are, whether you're a scalper, a day trader, a swing trader, even a long-term investor, the key to success is having the patience to wait for that one perfect opportunity. If you can't learn that, you probably won't be successful. But speaking of patience, thank you for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate it. Please give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. If you've got any comments, let me know below. Do you love the video? Did you hate it? Do you hate my face? Whatever, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk with you there. And until the next video, onward and upward, pirates. Thank you for watching.